I went to the Philippines to learn how to scuba dive. That was the plan. What actually happened was, I attended a lot of weddings. More than I've been to in my life. Why? Well, it all started in the small mountain retreat of Sagada, a place being taken over by an unfolding election campaign. The town was being wallpapered by election posters and deafened by politically minded megaphones. Intrigued by it all, and while waiting for yet another wedding to happen, I took out my camera and started filming. I was being woken up regularly by the squeals of pigs being slaughtered. They too were on their way to someone's wedding. These weddings were happening every day in Sagada and taking over the whole town. They involved more food than imaginable and lasted all day and all night. I soon ran into Richard Yodong, a political candidate who lived opposite my guest house.
At this time of the year, when it's politics time in the Philippines, it's also the time for people here in Sagada to celebrate their marriage, Not only in Sagada, but it's all throughout this region that they time their marriages during election time because of more collections from politicians. There were weddings, people give money to the newlyweds. So they time it during election time that marriages are being celebrated almost every day. And you have to go there because we politicians, we're after gatherings of people. You do not need to call for them. It's like just showing your personality to them that I am here and I'm with you.
Even after Richard explained it, I still didn't get it. Weddings were happening daily, all because of elections. What I thought was a town of love was actually a town of timetable political events in disguise. Intrigued further, I delayed my scuba diving and went in search for the two politicians running for mayor. So where does the mayor of a Filipino town hang out? Not, I soon realised, at his office. In fact, our first meeting happened quite by chance at, you've guessed it, a wedding. Latawan, the current mayor, would agree to talk to me but then not show up. He himself was also very busy, attending weddings. So I had to get his story elsewhere. Locals were happy to share it, but not on camera. There was a clear fear of repercussions. They told me that in 2007, Latawan, in his first attempt at politics, was up against Tauli for the powerful position of mayor. But before campaigning began, the two made an agreement that Tauli wouldn't stand. Instead, he and his family would support Latawan's bid unopposed. In return, Latawan agreed to serve only one term, leaving the 2010 election free for Tauli to take. But it's now 2010, and things haven't gone as agreed. Latawan is still mayor and enjoying campaigning for the next election. His private construction company is doing alright too, possibly as a result of the new roads and municipal building he proposed and then approved as mayor. The next step was to find Tauli, still in opposition. He was more than happy to feed me, get his nieces to show me around and take me on rallies, even requesting for me to lead songs at these rallies. Which turned out were more campfire karaoke than political debates. I declined to sing and Tauli, he declined to speak, choosing to remain silent when it came to discussing politics. Feeling that I'd gone from crashing weddings to political rallies a bit too quickly, I decided to catch up with Richard Yodong again. He took me out campaigning and explained the reasons why this is now his third attempt at entering politics.
For the first time that I filed my candidacy for a mayor, it was around 50 years. And still, the problems of this municipality, which is very basic, is not yet solved. So I think that's what motivated me again to try and sit here. When I was in opposition, we did not use any money, but they use money to buy votes. When you pass by a group of men, they expect you, politician, to buy some drinks for them. They value very much a kilo of sugar, a kilo of salt given by politicians. It's a matter of survival. It's really money. It's the poison.
Whilst out campaigning, Richard seemed to spend a lot of time in certain districts and none in others. This was all because of family ties. Ties powerful enough to decide an election.
The way people vote for the candidates here is it's clannish. It's clannish. In here in our municipality in Sagada, you can expect those candidates to win when they have large families. It becomes a major requirement for somebody to sit in the municipal government. You could hear just before filing of the elections that somebody died because before the filing of candidacy, he made public his intention to run for office. They shot him, they killed him. Because you see, in these far-flung areas, you can see that politics is inherited from their grandfather to the father to the son. It's always like that.
May the 10th, election day, comes peacefully in Sagada. The town is alive and excited. Large crowds gather from early morning and queues of people quickly cover the school playground. I had learnt a lot from Richard in a short time and respected him. However, as his third election campaign came to an end, I couldn't help but feel his honest approach to politics cast him alone and up against it. To decide the winners, the votes from different precincts are added up by hand, and as night falls on Sagada, counting gets underway in the old municipal building. As the results from the first precincts are written on the chalkboard, Richard is trailing the other two candidates for vice mayor. Corrupted resources, bribes and family ties seem more important than policy promises in securing votes in the provinces.
During the closing days of the election, somebody texted me from Anarbarga that my running mate is there the whole night. What would be a candidate be doing in an unholy hour? Campaign period has already ended. It's really a suspect that these candidates are there purposely to buy their votes.
After an entire night of counting, the results are being announced. The time has come to discover who will be Vice Mayor of Sagada.
Around midnight, I learned about it, that I made it when I made it. I think what made me win now is because of the poor performance of those two. They had been there, sitting there for the past 6 years. In spite of the money that they gave, the people, maybe they have seen enough of them. They really have to show them, I have to really work for the people today.
And so Richard's surprise victory has handed him a challenging 3 years ahead, especially with Latuan being re-elected as mayor. Richard is a dedicated guy though, and I wish him all the best. And as for me, with no more weddings to attend, and with only 3 days left in the Philippines, there's time for just one more thing.